Something new in Charlottesville tonight as a tribute to this woman, Heather Heyer. Two Confederate statues, the flashpoint for unrest this month, they are now draped in black fabric. This a symbolic gesture. Charlottesville City Council voted to cover the statues of Confederate generals Robert E. Lee and Thomas Stonewall Jackson. This a show of mourning for Heather Heyer. She's the woman who was killed earlier this month when a car slammed into a crowd protesting a rally. Councilors approved this move after a heated meeting this week that saw residents call out local leaders for their response to the demonstrations. To Donald Trump now, he's back on stage today, this time in Reno, and this time back on a teleprompter, using that famous apprentice catchphrase.
Somebody that works at the VA is bad to the people of the VA, disrespectful, not treating our fellow patriots well. We look at them and we say, "You're fired."
The president speaking to the National Convention of the American Legion in Las Vegas. This speech follows his address in Phoenix last night. Outside the venue, officers used pepper spray to break up the crowd. This after police say they were hit by tossed rocks and bottles. At least 4 people were arrested. Local media reporting that several thousand protesters turned out.
What a crowd.
Inside the Phoenix Convention Center, Trump getting big cheers from supporters throughout his more than 75-minute speech that touched on some of the president's favorite talking points, including attacking the media. This time accusing reporters of misrepresenting his words after Charlottesville.
Different. There were 2 statements and 1 news conference. The words were perfect. They only take out anything they can think of. And for the most part, all they do is complain.
Trump even reread parts of his post-Charlottesville statements, but did not mention his controversial reference to the both or many sides responsible for the violence. The president went on to hint at a possible pardon for Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Was Sheriff Joe convicted for doing his job? That's what. He should have had a jury, but you know what? I'll make a prediction. I think he's going to be just fine, okay?
Trump also hitting on that wall and NAFTA.
But believe me, we have to close down our government. We're building that wall. Personally, I don't think we can make a deal. So I think we'll end up probably terminating NAFTA at some point. Okay, probably.
The president making that threat for the first time since NAFTA talks began last week. Mexico brushing off the comments as simply a negotiation tactic. As for Canada's reaction to Trump's remarks, a spokesperson for Global Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland telling the Canadian press today that trade negotiations often have moments of heated rhetoric. NAFTA talks resume next month in Mexico City.